Here is the Avast Security News Roundup for the week ending March 19th, 2021. Netflix tests password sharing warning. Some Netflix users received a surprise when they logged on last week. A warning message reminded them that password sharing is forbidden on the platform. This is something of a new stance for the streaming giant, as it has traditionally taken a lenient attitude toward account sharing, with CEO Reed Hastings saying in 2016, "Password sharing is something you have to learn to live with." Netflix itself has encouraged users to share accounts. Avast researcher Louis Carones commented, "In fact, one of the advantages of the most expensive plan is that you can have up to 4 sessions simultaneously with the same account. That being said, there is an actual need to reinforce security, as there is no two-factor authentication, and approving devices asking for this two-factor authentication will prevent the use of stolen accounts in the future. Perhaps the company has pivoted because Netflix accounts are among the most widely shared." The new Netflix warning message reads, "If you don't live with the owner of this account, you need your own account to keep watching." It offers to email or text a verification code to the user, and also offers a verify later button. A Netflix rep told Variety that the company has rolled out the warning as a limited test, and it is only being run on TV devices. NIC releases report on foreign threats to 2020 U.S. election. The U.S. National Intelligence Council has declassified a report on foreign threats against the 2020 U.S. presidential election. Compiled by the NIC, CIA, FBI, DHS, NSA, and other agencies, the report concludes that there was no physical tampering with any voter machines or ballots. However, the Council did find that both Russia and Iran attempted to influence the election by pushing narratives intended to undermine Americans' confidence in the electoral process. The report also submits that China considered measures that would influence the election, but ultimately decided against using them, as neither candidate's win offered enough benefit to the nation to risk the subterfuge. Tinder will add background check feature. Later this year, dating app Tinder will add a feature that lets users conduct background checks on their prospective dates. Tinder is owned by Match Group, which is also the parent company of Match.com, Plenty of Fish, OkCupid, and Hinge. Match Group was criticized in 2019 when a ProPublica investigation found registered sex offenders on its platform. The background checks will be provided by Garbo, which collects public records and reports of violence or abuse. The checks will not include drug charges or traffic violations. Read more at BBC News. Australia passes new Online Safety Act. The Australian government has agreed to pass the Online Safety Bill 2021 into the country's new Online Safety Act, despite reservations from tech companies, civil liberties unions, and some government officials. Federal opposition to the bill argues the legislation was too rushed, with no consideration of the possible consequences. The Online Safety Act gives the E-Safety Commission the power to order the immediate deletion of any web content if it deemed offensive. The Australian Greens see it as a dangerous first step to normalizing a government-controlled internet. For more on this story, see ZDNet. FaceTime users suffer wave of group call spam. Pranksters are giving FaceTime users a headache with a new trend of spam calls joining group calls. According to the Ars Technica, the perpetrators can call up to 31 numbers at one time, and the prank calls come in during the late hours of the night, ringing on and off as many as 20 times in short succession. FaceTime does not offer the option to limit calls to one's address book, so users have little resource except to block each individual number in the group chat. This is not the first FaceTime group chat bug to surface, as last year a vulnerability was discovered that allowed users to start a group chat with someone even if that person did not accept the call. One notable thing about that bug is that it was discovered by a 14-year-old. 4 tips to boost your home Wi-Fi. 1. Test your internet connection. This is the first thing to do, so you know where your computer stands. Go to www.speedtest.net, run the test, and compare it with what your internet provider promised. If there's a great difference, give your ISP a call and confirm you are on the plan that you think you are. 2. Get closer to your Wi-Fi router. The distance and walls between your laptop and your router make a big difference. The further away from the router signals you are, the slower your internet speed will be, and the more likely it is that you will experience drops in connection. Move your laptop closer for faster speed. Certain apps can create a Wi-Fi heat map of your home to show you where the strongest signal is. 3. Consider a mesh network. Today, more and more consumers are investing in mesh networks. These consist of a set of Wi-Fi nodes around your home that dynamically work together to create one strong, robust network. Mesh networks provide traffic speed and, when set up properly, eliminate any Wi-Fi dead spots in the home. Research the best mesh networks and choose the one that's right for you. 4. Assess how many apps you have online. With most people working from home and most students performing distance learning, chances are your household's internet is in heavy use. To figure out who or what is hogging the network, the best place to start is your router. Log on to your router and check its settings. That wraps up this week's Avast Security News Roundup. Stay safe, stay secure. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.